I'm going to continue on the main critical area of this DEX ERP receipting module, which is the process menu, and go to receipt. Right, by default, when you log, you are in billables, whereby when you select the services and tariffs, you're going to see the ones that are billable. Now, from the first option, you ask the person which currency are you using to pay. I want to do two receipting with two different currencies for the same person, and want to see how it is going to push data into Sage, whereby it is supposed to keep the base currency, which is the ZWO, in whatever transactions. You can add rands, you can add pullers. The database that I'm using only uses ZWO and USD. So I'm going to choose the home currency or the manual number. That is, if you've done a receipt manual outside the system and you want that receipt to be captured. And the system also keeps a continuous auto incremental number of the receipt numbers whilst you enter yours. Right, if it's a non-billable, if you click there, you see the screen color will change into blue. So it's very easy to distinguish either you are in billables or non-billables. On main account, we are choosing the main account, which is going to pull some sub-account services for that person. Here you enter the person who made the payment. Here it shows you the running balance. If you want to view a detailed ledger, that is, you no longer need to switch into Sage. You only select the date range and it views the transaction. Maybe the customer would want to ask, when did I last do a payment? How much was it? How much was my balance? Then you can use this detailed ledger. Analysis, you can analyze the entire document. Here, that is the receipt header, meaning every line that you're going to do on the services is going to be analyzed by this. But the inside analysis, they are used to analyze per receipting line, not per header. After having done this, I come to the services. You see automatically it picks all the services that are given to the sub program customers. I had linked one from P1, P3 SP3, P6 SP1, P3 SP2. So I want to pick development levy, rentals, and permits. To me, I've put them in different sub-programs. Would want to see in Sage how it is treated, those services, and how it has been posted. I select development levy, and then it filters the tariff. If I want to analyze, the same analysis which was on the header is the same analysis that you see on the lines. I can even repeat. It depends on how you want to analyze the data. Maybe 1.2 million. Right. I've set development levy for this demo to be taxable, so automatically it calculates the cash basis tax. My rentals, I set it not to be taxable, so it will not calculate any tax. Permits, I've set them to be taxable. And when I'm done, I go on process. Automatically it pulls tenders that are specifically for that currency, which can also be broken to say I've got 135,000 cash in hand. I've got eco cash, maybe 950. Then if you can see, this part is telling you how much is left to be cleared from the total generated by the services that you have selected. Maybe the rest, it was done through RTGS. Then it will show you that there's no longer a difference. Then you say process. The moment you say process, this receipt is already in Sage, but let me first explain. the receipt number, the date, the currency used to pay, the exchange rate, and the VAT percentage used. It shows you the services that have been paid, that have selected, shows you the excluding, the tax amount, and the including. Then this part is the one which is physicalized, despite either being it runs Pula USD, and then it also shows you the equivalent in USD. What it means, if there's USD this side, I'm also going to see the ZWL. So that's the equivalent paid. So I can reread this receipt backwards in USD or in the currency that was used. So when I get in Sage Evolution, then I say preview, I'm going to see 3 different accounts for different sub-programs, right? The rent house for P2 SP3, development levy P3 SP3, a payment of permits, that's P6 SP1. I can also come and view my TB. Let me just do a relink. What does a relink do? It clears running balances and updates new balances. The TB is going to balance holistically, and then I'm also going to split it per sub-program. Would want to see will it be still balancing. Now automatically the TB is balancing, and these, the receipt, the payment, the receipt, the payment, we go to VAT. As you can see, the VAT provision is debited because it was credited the first time when you did the bill. The one which is now due is the one being credited now. So it also happened on the P6 SP1. You can actually filter by segment and say I want P6 SP1. It will still balance per sub-program. Now I'm going to receipt the same person but in Forex, and want to see how it is going to contain the best currency. I change my currency here to US dollar. If I had rands, I would put rands, choose the same person. This time is paying for flea market, which is taxable. I'll say it's $35. Market and shops, maybe it's $55. The moment I say process, it gives me the tenders that are for USD. This receipt can be customized to suit the size, either it's pre-printed or you want the names to appear, or whatever features you want to add. The receipt number, the date, the used currency, the exchange rate, and the VAT used. Then you see this part is now physicalized in USD, and it shows you the ZW equivalent value. So this right segment is the one which gets to be physicalized. Right, so I want to check the same customer. I should see market and shops, then flea market added, but in the best currency or the local currency. It may be a bit slow because right now this is the payment for market and shops in ZWL and the payment of flea market in ZWL, but I've transacted with USD. I can refresh my reeling, geo-reeling. Right. Now I want to do a non-billable thing. You click on non-billable. All the non-billables are supposed to go to a cash